Find the equivalent capacitance across AB. First of all, before we simplify the circuit, understand that these two capacitance are in parallel and over here these two capacitance are in parallel. Okay. So if I redraw the circuit will look somewhat like this. This is A, this is 23 plus 12 which is equal to 35, which is over here 23 plus 12 which is equal to 35. There is 13 ohm, there is 1 ohm resistor over here. Okay. There is 1 ohm and there is 1 ohm and 1 ohm which is equal to 2 ohm resistor. There is there is a 7 ohm resistor, 7 microfarad capacitor, not the resistor. Okay, it is a 7 microfarad capacitor connected in parallel, and there is a 10 microfarad capacitor connected over here. Okay, there is a 10 microfarad capacitor connected over here. If I rearrange the terms, okay, if I rearrange the part, okay, let me call this point as B, let this be equal to C, and let this be equal to D. Okay, we have marked B over here, so let this be equal to C, let this be equal to D, and let this be equal to E. So I will rearrange the term, okay, in a known manner. That is, this is equal to A over here, this is C, this is D, and the last part is E, or it can also be written as B. So between A and C we have a 35 ohm capacitor. Between C and D we have a 13 ohm capacitor. Between C and B, okay, we have a 7 ohm capacitor, 7 microfarad capacitor, sorry, okay, we have a 7 microfarad capacitor. Between point D and B, or D and E, we have a 2 microfarad capacitor, and between A and D we have a 10 microfarad capacitor. If you see, there is a 10 microfarad capacitor. If I find out the ratio of C1 by C2, it is equal to 35 divided by 10, which is equal to 5 7s are 5 2s are, and this ratio is also equal to 7 by 2. Okay. So basically this is a Wheatstone network. Okay, basically this is a Wheatstone network. So in the Wheatstone network I can eliminate this part. Okay, I can eliminate this part. So I will get, so a simple diagram would be 35 microfarad capacitor connected with a 7 microfarad capacitor, and in parallel we have 10 microfarad capacitor connected with 2 microfarad capacitor. The center capacitor will be eliminated over here. So this is A, this is B. So 35 and 7 are in series. So 1 by CS1 will be equal to 1 by 35 plus 1 by 7, okay, which is equal to 5 plus 1, which is equal to 6 by 35. This is 1 by CS1. So CS1 will be equal to 35 divided by 6. Similarly, if I find out the second capacitance, that is CS2, it will be equal to 1 by 10 plus 1 by 2, okay, which is equal to again multiply by 5. So CS2 will be equal to 10 divided by, so it will be equal to 10 divided by 6. Both of them are connected over here, both of them are connected in parallel. So CP1 will be equal to CS1 plus CS2. Okay, so it will be equal to 35 by 6 plus 10 by 6, which is equal to 45 by 6. If I find out its value, it will be equal to 7.5 microfarad. This will be the equivalent capacitance, 7.5 microfarad, or 15 by 2. Okay, or simply it will be equal to 15 by 2, which is equal to option number B.